Today we're going to show how we can use Auger's automated machine learning capabilities to predict English Premier League football fantasy points. So I've got a data set here of all of the games last year, 2017, 2018, of various players, what they did every week, and the statistics they had, and then the resulting number of fantasy Premier League points. If you're not familiar with the concept, EA Sports offers a free Premier League fantasy points prediction market. You assemble a team and you see how many fantasy points based upon statistics like goals scored, assists, you can score. It's quite popular, over 500,000 players, but there are many other fantasy leagues. You should be able to use these principles to predicting other fantasy leagues as well. So let's look at the data, shall we? We've got this CSV with the ID of the games, the ID of the players, the week, the season, the position, the team, the cost, the points they scored the last week, the number of yellow cards, the numbers of transfers out of that player, the price rise, and many other statistics, and then the resulting number of points. So what we want to do is train a model to predict this, and we'll use Auger for this. So when you go into Auger, you'll set up your app and you'll create a project, and you will then load the data. And then we have various features here. We've made the forecast to be our target, which makes this model a regression model because we're forecasting a number. So then we have various input features that we're going to identify as the features to predict. Position, cost of the player, points last round, yellow cards, any price rise over the last week, a numerical evaluation of the form of the player, bonuses that are scored in various, this would be bonuses last week that are scored in various ways, detailed on the site, the number percentage of players that selected this player, the minutes played, the number of red cards. We're leaving out things like the player ID, the week, the season, the team. Transfers out actually might, it turns out, be valuable, number of people that transfer that out in that league. So we're going to add it as a feature by just clicking it, and transfers in as well. So everything in green now is our features. So we run it. It will take significant time to run, about an hour and a half. But it's actually going to try all of these different models. So once we run it, we will have, it actually took an hour and 20 minutes to run. We have these various models. You can see that Random Forest actually won with the following hyperparameters. And then we promoted it by clicking on the trophy to be a deployed model. And so then you go to the results tab, and then you'll see that we actually have the algorithm, let's just look back at this. Yeah, we actually have the algorithm shown, the R-squared score. So that's actually quite accurate given the fact that there was no hand tuning. And then we get an actual endpoint that we can use to go and give it values and then get scores. So this is a web service endpoint. We get code that we get a curl command that we can use to try it. We can obviously replace these 0 values with what our real values were, and we can do that all through curl. And we can share this whole project and the endpoint with perhaps the developers in your organization. So this is quite powerful, and this the accuracy is enough to make you score well in this particular fantasy league. So being able to do this with little to no hand coding was quite impressive.